Hello, so here I am today in a room in my house you've never seen before. Why? Because this is the room I do sewing in. So I saw this picture on my Instagram a few days ago and my first thought was, I need that dress. Because look at how cool it is, right? I absolutely needed it as soon as I saw it. But unfortunately, some of us don't have Dolce & Gabbana money. So, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna sew it myself. No, this is not going to be an exact replica. This is just going to be a dress in the style of this dress, right? Because I could have gone to Abercrombie Fabrics and got the exact fabric, but that sounds like a lot of work. So essentially what I've done is I bought two dresses that are very contrasting, and I'm gonna splice them together. So this is dress number one. It's a bluey greeny colour. It's shiny. It's got a bit of black in it, and it also has this ruching on the side. Like here, it's got this ruching on the side. I don't know if it shows up on camera, but I promise you it does. And the neckline is like a V neckline. And the second dress I got that I'm going to splice it together with is this one. Obviously very different colour. It's like a maroony red, and it's just got a what is this? Is this called a scooped neckline? It's got a scooped neckline, and it's got like 3/4 sleeves, and this dress is longer. Because of this photo, I specifically wanted dresses in two completely different colours, and I wanted one dress to be completely longer than the other. Like, it's going to look very spliced. It's going to look like this, yeah? It's going to look cool. Also, point in case, I've never had any kind of formal training in sewing. I just bought myself a Singer one day and figured it out. That is my sewing qualifications. But I have made several of my cosplays from scratch. I've made whole ass dresses from scratch. I've hand sewed whole dresses without a sewing machine because I'm fucking insane. So my tactic of sewing is essentially fuck around and figure it out. Any of you who want to learn how to sew, just buy a machine and figure it out. So let's get started, shall we? Oh my gosh, I apologise for all this lipstick that's been around my mouth for this entire intro. Just flat out didn't notice. So you're gonna have to excuse the angles purely because I just broke my ring light. But this is the first dress. I've put it on over the top of the dress I was already wearing, so I've got a lot of fabric on underneath here, so obviously it isn't gonna be how it'd fit if I wore it normally, but for all intents and purposes, this is, there we go, this is the dress. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm literally, while I'm wearing it, I'm just gonna kind of pin a line along here, kind of generally where I want the other dress to start. So there we go. I've literally just put a pin there, and there's another one that I don't need, so I'm going to take that out. I've literally just put a pin there, and then when I take it off I can just kind of cut down this line. So as you can see, I currently have 3/4 of a dress. I've actually made life very hard for myself because, as you can probably tell, this dress has a lining to it, and the lining isn't actually attached anywhere other than up here. So what that means essentially is I might be crying later, but anyway, this is the first bit of the dress done. Now on to the second one. So I managed to find a semi-decent place to put my camera. But anyway, this is now the second dress on, and essentially all I've done is I've put the bit I've cut out of the first dress on over the top, and now I'm just going to kind of pin on this red dress where I want the blue dress to come up to. So one thing I specifically wanted with this project is I want the neckline to be kind of different lengths, so I'm going to intentionally kind of pin it like that. So this one starts here and then this one kind of goes down here, you know what I mean? I also don't want it to be central. I want it to be more like this. Yeah, I want it to be more like this. So I'm just going to kind of pin on this dress and then I'll cut it out and I'll be back. Hello, I am here and I'm wearing two different dresses like jackets. It's going to be hard to see on, but I've cut out this, obviously. Oh my gosh. This dress has a pocket, best day of my life. Anyway, I've got a pocket on this side, brilliant, but all I'm going to do now is I'm going to take both these dresses off and I'm just going to pin them together. See what I mean with the different necklines? I want this one to kind of be up here and this one to kind of stay down here. So I'm just going to pin that. So here I am. I've pinned one side. This is the top bit here with the different hems. I've pinned it good side to good side, and the lining hasn't been too much of a pain so far, but I've had to obviously make sure to get the actual fabric on the inside. And then this is how it looks on the bottom. That is the end of the blue dress, and the end of the red dress is all the way down here. Like, it's a big disparity, which is exactly what I wanted. Also, I'm not sure yet, but I'm thinking about cutting this sleeve into like a short sleeve or something, purely because I wanted like a very different sleeve length, and I feel like these two sleeves are similar sizes. But I'm going to do the other side. And here is my second side. It's pretty much the same as the first. So, and here's my pocket. I can't believe it has pockets and I didn't notice. I would have bought another one just for general use if I'd known that. But anyway, these are the two dresses pinned together. It's obviously the same at the bottom. That's the bottom of the blue dress. The bottom of the red dress is all the way down here, piled up in my lap. So I'm going to sew these two lines together, and then theoretically I should just be able to try it on and it'll be done. So let's go do that. So does anyone else have a love-hate relationship with sewing? Like, I'm 90% of the way finished at this point, but my fucking machine keeps unthreading itself. And I sew the entire dress and then I look back at it and nothing was actually fucking stitched. Like, this pretty much happens every time. Like, I end up taking a half-an-hour detour where my sewing machine just doesn't sew, and it makes me want to just quit this entire hobby entirely. So that's the point I'm up to right now. Please kill me. You know, I've got no idea why I sew, because I'm always miserable by the end of it. But I finally got that fucking sewing machine to work, and essentially I am done. I haven't tried it on yet, and I don't know how it's going to fit, but we will see. As you can tell, bottom of the blue dress and the bottom of the other one is like way down here. So it's definitely got that, you know, asymmetrical look I'm going for. But as long as it fits, I do not care. You know, when you get to that point where you just want to be done. So I'm going to try this on and hope for the best. So I apologise for the dodgy angles, because while I was sewing, literally my ring light broke. So I've currently balanced my phone somewhere in the garden like an idiot. So this is the only way you're going to get a decent shot. But how cool did this turn out? This is obviously one side. That's the other. I still have my pocket. And yeah, I'm really happy with how this turned out. It turned out better than I expected it to be perfectly honest. And I'm considering wearing it when I go down to London on Monday. So, you never know. I do still have the other halves of these dresses, by the way. I still have the other blue section and the other red section. So, I could make another dress in the opposite side. But, final spin. I tried the dress on with my petticoats and it just didn't work, so it's better with nothing underneath it, but just for demonstration purposes, this is what it looks like with nothing on. Top of it, I just like cinching my waist in, to be honest. I might wear this with a different belt, I don't know, but yes. So I really hope that that was a decent shot. I hope this video was interesting, and I hope that maybe I inspired someone else to start sewing something, because there are times when you want to throw your sewing machine out of the fucking window. But I'm really pleased with how this turned out. This is pretty much exactly how I wanted it, so yeah, you're welcome. Goodbye.